control. But quick show of hands, no shame in your game. How many of you have not been to the island of Oahu? Shame on you! I'm just joking. But I know for those of you who have been to the Hawaiian Islands, to Oahu, this really inspires you to get creative with your itineraries. Those of you who haven't been, really look at those wonderful immersive experiences for all of you. But the key about what I'm going to share with you, you all have heard this very important phrase, a word, the word malama. Can we all say malama? Malama. And the word malama, you've heard us say it a few times, it means to take care of, to preserve, to protect. And that's just the surface level meaning of it. For us who call Hawaii home, malama truly is a value system. It's what we do every day to take care of our homes, our families, our keiki, our little ones, our children, our environment. So I do hope that through the course of this presentation this evening, as you leave us tonight, y'all are really inspired to malama our Hawaii. And we had a guest speaker over at our corporate office a few weeks ago, and they actually said something very important, and this is something I live by, but just to hear it really reinforce why we do what we do. And they said to what you aloha, you malama. And all of you are here because we have aloha
Thank you.
for the Hawaiian
Can you move it to
Islands.
your
So
right, please?
you aloha,
Yeah.
Somebody sits
you
here.
malama. So let's all malama Hawaii, our home, our island. All right. So we're going to jump right in, and we're going to share a little bit of quick updates about the island of Oahu. And I'm starting my timer now. So as Miley shared with you, as you go down the island chain, you go from the oldest island to the youngest island. All right. And you're going to hear about Maui Nui and Hawaii Island in a little bit. But the island of Oahu, we are the second oldest island within the Hawaiian island chain, all right? And keep in mind, each of our islands are so unique, so different, so special. And there are 6 visitable islands as a reminder within the Hawaiian Islands, right? And y'all are going to meet some of us island chapters this evening. Hopefully we've met all of you during the trade show, and y'all have seen our different personalities, and just like each of us have our own different personalities, our islands have their own unique personalities as well. Think of that beautiful flower lake, I like to say, right? You get that beautiful flower lake. They're all different flowers, all hand-strung together, making up that beautiful lake, that symbol of aloha. So that's our Hawaiian Islands. We're all unique, we're all different, but we're all so special, and it makes up this beautiful home of ours, right? So when you think about the island of Oahu, I want you to think about our brand pillars. If you weren't eating your dinner, I would make you do an exercise and have you close your eyes and think of words that come to mind when you think of Oahu. And these are our brand pillars: energy, iconic, vibrant, Waikiki, the North Shore, surf culture, historic icons, arts and culture, natural beauty. Use these words when you have clients that are coming to you and saying, hey, I'm ready to go to Hawaii. We do have that fabulous non-stop coming out of Toronto right into H&L, the Daniel K. International Airport. Use our brand pillars to describe the islands of Oahu to your clients. But just like each of our islands are so unique and so special, the visitors that are coming to the island of Oahu are equally as unique and as special in their passion points. Yes, our visitors want to lay out on the beach. Yes, they want to have that fruity cocktail, but they want to engage with the destination. Shopping, culinary experiences, our festivals and events, hiking, our outdoor adventure. Our visitors want to engage with the destination. So what type of visitor is best suited for the island? We are a fabulous destination for all folks with different multiple passion points. So your multi-gen family travelers, your romance seekers, your culinary enthusiasts, your history buffs. There really is something for everybody on the island of Oahu. So again, think about the island of Oahu. We're the island of Oahu. We're not the island of Waikiki, right? And what we love about our Canadian visitors is they stay longer, they travel responsibly, they tread lightly, they travel mindfully. So when you think of Oahu, just the South Shore and the Honolulu area is considered town. Everything else is countryside, all right? And we also have an incredible amount of hotel product. You all have met some of our wonderful hoteliers tonight, our activity partners. So whether you're looking for those luxury brands, those historic hotels, your budget boutique type property, we do have something for everybody on the island of Oahu, all right? Moving on to that next slide, if I can just have that advanced, we're gonna jump right in and we're gonna talk a little bit about the destination. We're gonna take you first to town, and then we're gonna move on over and continue our journey into country. So of course, the #1 visited site on the island of Oahu are the Pearl Harbor Historic Sites. Now keep in mind, the Pearl Harbor Historic Sites is the Arizona, it's the Missouri, it is the Pacific Fleet Submarine Museum and Park, which is brand new. They opened during the long pause, and that takes you on the journey of the World War II submarine force right up to modern day era. Not to be overseen is the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum that sits across the way on Ford Island. So there is so much to see and do and experience over at the Pearl Harbor Historic Sites. Truly the bookends of World War II, right? With the attack of the Arizona and then the signing of the peace treaty on the mighty Mo, the Missouri, all right? Now, as a reminder, and if you didn't know this, you do require advance purchase tickets via the National Park Services at recreation.gov to go to the Arizona. The Arizona, you do need to access it via that ferry. Tickets are only available at recreation.gov, not at that walk-up window that they used to have pre-pause. For our families, they do have a Junior Ranger program. It is free. It is designed to be done as a scavenger hunt as our families visit the different sites around the Pearl Harbor Historic Sites, all right? Now, we've talked about our history a little bit. We've talked about our place. And truly, you all are selling some of the most beautiful beach destinations in the globe. What separates us from the rest of the sun, sea, surf destinations is our rich history, our culture. How many of you have had a chance to visit the Bernice Hawaii Bishop Museum? No shame, I promise. Wonderful, thank you. And I think that's what's really, really special. A lot of folks are coming to me and saying, tell me about the hidden gems on the island of Oahu. I want to get off the beaten path. Here's the thing, we have gems that are not hidden, that are visible and accessible. The Bernice Hawaii Bishop Museum, there is a wonderful royal legacy to the museum, but it is also the largest museum in the Pacific, all right? This really tells a wonderful story of our ali'i, our monarchy, the Polynesians, how they migrated millennia ago, navigating the stars. Let's take a quick little video so you can get a glimpse of the museum.
Has 3 anchor points that is at the heart of our mission. It is our collections, our research, and living culture. And we bring all of those things together in all of the things that we do.
The museum was founded in 1889, and Mr. Bishop, he understood that you could not understand people without understanding their environment.
What we do at the museums is actually foundational to studies of ecology, evolution, as well as conservation biology.
We hold the largest scientific library of the Pacific.
This library is a little snapshot of a much bigger library, the most important library on Earth, which is the Library of Biodiversity. It's such an intricate, interconnected web of biodiversity that humans depend on, that we need collections like this to serve as the reference for understanding what biodiversity is outside of the stuff we see right in front of us.
Really, the cultural component is a needed aspect that really brings the collections and research to life.
The whole point of preservation is to make it available. So that is information that people can get from Bishop Museum to continue to learn.
It's now that I have a chance to understand this at a different level, I can go and make, I can practice, and I can renew, revive, or revisit these things that were key to my community or still are.
Giving those opportunities for people to see physical representations of our forebearers in the collections and bring those stories to life today is the true essence of living culture.
We are at the forefront of integrating scientific understanding, cultural knowledge, and wisdom together so that they can synergize in ways to understand the world around us better than studying either of those alone.
We're here to help people learn about the knowledge that is here, to share those stories, and then to encourage engagement and exploration even after you get out.
Bishop Museum's role is to promote and empower our community to preserve the traditions and values of our people and the practices of the Pacific.
Wonderful place. Put this on your client's itinerary. Another place that your clients must go to, if I can advance to that next slide, please, in downtown Honolulu is Iolani Palace. Now, excuse me, if I can go on to the next slide, perfect. Iolani Palace, if you don't know this, it was built by King Kalakaua in the 1800s to establish Hawaii's prestige globally. They're open for tours. They have wonderful docent or guided tours at both Iolani Palace and the Bishop Museum. This tells such a rich story about our ali'i, our monarchy. Go on the stories of our place, our people, right? And of course, one of the fabulous things amongst many is our neighborhoods on the island of Oahu. The neighborhood of Chinatown in Honolulu is the 6th oldest Chinatown in the United States. It's also on the National Register of Historic Places. It is very vibrant. On one side of Chinatown, you have this very traditional side of Chinatown, the dim sum shops, the open markets, the Chinese herbal medicine shops. What differentiates us, if I can go back one slide please, is our flower lei vendor shops on Mauna Kea Street. This is one of the wonderful streets you can walk down and send your clients down there to maybe select and pick out a lei for that loved one, a special occasion that they're celebrating in their party, all right? Not only are you enriching your client's itinerary, but you're also supporting local, buy local, shop local. Malama, our home. A block over from this traditional side of Chinatown, we have this very trendy, hip side of Chinatown. James Beard award-winning restaurants, craft cocktail bars, the Hawaii theaters down there, the symphony, art galleries, boutiques, etc. And as you get closer to Waikiki, you get to the neighborhood of Kaka'ako. Also very vibrant. It's home to some fabulous farmers markets, breweries, wonderful shopping. Salt at our Kaka'ako is over 65,000 square feet of mixed-use retail and restaurant space. Lots of great trendy eateries, some fabulous made in Hawaii vendors, chocolate makers have their stores, etc. down there. And again, these are all very accessible to Waikiki, which brings me to world-famous Waikiki Resort. The birthplace of surfing is on the island of Oahu. They're doing it in Ireland, they're doing it in Portugal, but let me tell you, surfing was born on the island of Oahu, all right? So get your clients to enjoy some of our surfing, outrigger canoe paddling, stand-up paddleboarding, etc. right on the shores of Waikiki Beach. Next slide, please. And as we continue our journey, we're gonna get you to the Windward Coast, and we're exiting out of town. We're gonna get into countryside, and look how that scenery has changed. Lush green, those beautiful two-lane coastal highways home to Kualoa Private Nature Reserve, some beautiful botanical gardens. And as you continue your journey up the Windward Coast, you get to Oahu's North Shore. Charming little surf town of Haleiwa, get your shrimp at our shrimp trucks. Home to the Polynesian Cultural Center, some fabulous beaches in the winter months, home to those big wave surf contests. Next slide, please. And I'm on a time limit. Waimea Valley, if you're looking for something very enriching, we do have beautiful Waimea Valley up on Oahu's North Shore. You may know this as a world-class botanical gardens. Waimea Valley is actually very special to us. This was home to our ancient Hawaiian high chiefs and high priests. There are numerous cultural and archaeological sites at Waimea Valley that have been restored. You can do cultural tours, immersive tours. We have some wonderful cultural festivals, etc. But they also have this fabulous waterfall. It is a life-guarded waterfall that you can swim in at the back of the valley, all right? In the spirit of Malama, up on Oahu's North Shore, we also have the beautiful Gunstock Ranch. Not only can you go horseback riding and ATV riding, do some great outdoor adventure, you can help in the spirit of Malama by planting a native Hawaiian Milo tree or a koa tree to help in our restoration efforts, all right? And your trees, if your clients go up there, which I hope they do, have all RFIDs. They can track their tree, monitor it, see how their tree is growing, dedicate their tree to a loved one or a special occasion. I actually have a tree up there that I planted in memory of my dad because he loved nature. So my dad and I have a tree up there. But we've had couples that have gotten engaged and they've planted a tree to celebrate their engagement. So there's wonderful ways to give back. And when you've done all of that outdoor adventure, you're gonna be thirsty. Stop by Central Oahu at Kohana Distillers, do some rum tasting. They're growing native Hawaiian varieties of agricultural rum. So you can do rum tasting, visit the sugarcane plantation farms up there, etc. And then over in Central Oahu, in the neighborhood of Eva Beach, we have a brand new attraction. For the first time in 20 plus years, we have a new attraction called the Lineup at Spaikai. This is Hawaii's first deep wave stand-up pool. They also have a 52-acre lagoon for those water activities, etc. So let's take a look. Something to do for everybody. And now in the spirit of Malama, I have two very specific asks of all of you. The first is for the North Shore. If you have clients that are visiting Oahu, but they're not staying at one of our lovely hotels up there, please have them consider a Monday through Friday visit. We have, why do I ask this of you? Keep in mind the North Shore is home to local residents, communities, friends, family, ohana. And we definitely want them to be able to enjoy their home as well, right? So if you have clients, again, that are not staying on the North Shore, please have them consider a Monday through Friday visit. This allows the local residents to enjoy their beaches, their backyards, their shave-eye stop, Saturday, Sunday, when they don't have much flexibility. A Monday through Friday visit also allows the local businesses to have a steady source of income during the week when otherwise they would. Moving on to the next slide. And again, this is all in the spirit of Malama and enriching our home and our communities and balancing the economics of tourism, right? The Ko'olina Resort area, if your clients want to visit the west side of Oahu, please consider having them hard stop in the Ko'olina Resort area unless they're going out on a guided tour to some of our farms, etc. Why do I say this? The west side of the island, once you go past Ko'olina, is probably the most underserved part of the island of Oahu. And having visitors go there is a lack of infrastructure, etc. Very much a residential community. So having your clients hard stop at Ko'olina, this allows, again, the balance of economics and the visitor industry, where our local residents can enjoy their home. Over in Ko'olina, there are ample amounts of parking. There are beautiful beach lagoons, life-guarded beaches, etc. down there, those lagoons, a marina for your water activity, restaurants, shopping, dining, etc. All right, so again, it's all in the spirit of Malama. Next slide, please. And a couple of quick updates for you in terms of reservation systems. Do want to highlight for your clients wanting to hike up Le'ahi, nicknamed Diamond Head. Advanced reservations are required 30 days in advance, online only. And over at Hanauma Bay Nature Preserve, this is a marine sanctuary. Reservations are required as well to protect and to preserve these treasures. And reservations for Hanauma Bay Nature Preserve is 48 hours in advance of a visit, and they have a capacity restriction as well of 1,400 packs per day. Next slide, please. So very, very important for your clients to keep that in mind. The Sustainable Tourism Association of Hawaii, do check that out. They have some wonderful tour operators that are getting your clients off the beaten path by keeping them on the beaten path, going into areas that have received human impact, etc. Next slide, please. And hiking, we know that our visitors coming want to enjoy outdoor adventure and nature, right? Again, very important to get our guests on trails that are legal, permitted, that have already received human impact. Definitely share the Na'alahele Hawaii Trail and Access System with your clients. This is the state of Hawaii's official trail system. This has all of the hiking trails across all of our islands that are legal, permitted, and maintained. On to the next slide, please. And do share the Outer Spatial app with your clients as well for our hikers. And with that, I'd just like to share our farmers markets, our festivals and events at gohawaii.com/events. Enrich your client's itinerary, and a big mahalo nui to all of you. As I wrap up my presentation, do reach out via the contact information link that Lorenzo did provide to you. So mahalo everyone, aloha.